Bitcoin's down, but the explosive move that Bitcoin will make will send shivers up your spine. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Davinci. I'm in the Pipe 5x5. And I hope you enjoy my background here and stuff like that, because you know what, I'm gonna have to like move out of Dubai or something, because they're doing some sort of craziness crackdown on influencers. I don't know, maybe we'll see, because it's like insane. Anyways, Bitcoin is like, wow, it is going down, but I told you it's gonna be back up in a little while. But there's so much evidence, right, of Bitcoin exploding higher to crazy heights in this bull run. It's not funny. And you don't have to look at just the actual data. You could just look at basic logic, right? So for example, right, if you go Bitcoin versus fiat, what are the differences between fiat and crypto currency? Fiat is a government issued considered legal tender for financial transactions. Cryptocurrency is decentralized, so there's no governing body to control its value. You're like, okay, yeah, so the government should be controlling the money, right? Hold on, dog. Hold on. Governments have been trying to control things, like the Soviet Union collapsed because, you know, governments control everything. And we know that doesn't work. So how do we know it doesn't work in our capitalist society? Well, if you look at the government decided to, get involved in education to make education cheaper for everybody. All of a sudden, everybody's in debt, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars thanks to education. I think you messed up there, right, government? All right. Well, that's just one, right? Oh, okay. Well, governments decided to make healthcare affordable, and now it's more expensive for everyone. Okay, I guess you're right. Oh, look at that. Oh, well, that's just two. Okay, well, the government's got involved making sure that housing has become affordable. Yeah, that's worked out well. So, and now, if the governments are involved in money, that means they'll make everybody poor. And I wonder if that's happened. Let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in. Yes. That's right. You've gotten a lot poorer. And it's thanks to government controlling money. So now you know how to get out of this poverty situation when you have money that can be printed out of nothing, and money that can't be printed and it's fixed in supply, such as Bitcoin. You can see why there's going to be explosive move, right? Especially since people are printing money and buying Bitcoin. Okay? Got it? Get your Bitcoin, hold it, save it, don't spend it, right? Spend only a fraction of it if you have to, right? Like less than 4% every 5 years, right? And then boom, you're rich. Okay. With that said, I'm going to be going over some of the trades that we've made. If you're interested in trading, you can do so at bybit.davincij15.com or weex.davincij15.com. The exchange that, if you want to hide who you are and don't want anybody to know what's going on with your trades, you can do so at weex.com. All right, so I have like a Solana trade. Well, it was 25x isolated, Jesus. And yeah, man, Solana, why you got to go out and do that for me? It was like 90% ROI. It was like all coming down like heavy, and now it's like just bumping. Yeah, it does that, right? Price action does that. When it's trying to break down, it goes down fast, and then tries to come back up to scare the weak hands, and then does this thing. Let's just see if that's the case. It might just explode. This might be the turnaround point, and just because there's a lot of people out there that are buying crypto because they understand what's going on. Looking at this Bitcoin trade, as I said, there you go. We've got dumped down heavy, but it's reversing and reversing upwards. It's to be expected. I would expect it to come back to the breakdown area. So this is where, how the institutions, when they miss the boat, they bring the boat back kind of deal, and then they're going to dump it. So yeah, don't be surprised if it comes back to the 104, just under the 104 area. before it actually gets dumped again. Okay, looking at now, there's no guarantees of that, but so I would say just move your stops to break even. So that's all it is. Again, here this is pretty much the same. I think you can move your stops to break even, or you can leave the stops. It's okay, because hey, you know what? It's not like if you did the stop loss, I don't think you're going to lose a whole lot, and if you didn't put in a lot of money, then yeah, it's worth just letting the stop loss to take its course, right? Because there could be a quick move up, retest the areas here on Solana to the 153, and then fail once again. You don't want to miss out on that move if it does do that. Now, there's no guarantees of that, of course. Again, do your own research and decide for yourself. Looking at Ethereum, just like I said, we're going to break down, and we did. We've broken down, and you can see that the target, well, it's still there, right? Looks like it still wants to break down the target. We hit the 200 period moving average, like I said we were going to do. There's no getting around the 200 period, not hitting the 200 period moving average on the 4 hour at all on Ethereum. And the same, I think the same applied for Bitcoin. Yes, yeah, there we go. We were like really just above it, and then boom, we went below it. So chances are we're going to go below it for a little while, and then reverse this trade higher. Wouldn't be surprised if we head all the way down to this target just to look at it at least, and maybe just we scare people out and say, okay, no, we're not going to check it. We're gonna bounce. We're gonna go higher, and then boom, and then go higher. So be careful of that. Yes. But what should you do if you did get into a trade? Well, I think you should move your stops on Ethereum to break even. Okay. All right. Looking at the dominance, you can see the dominance. You can see it's starting to break out. Right. It just went to the top of the Bollinger Band. Not quite a breakout, but the bands are tight now, and a breakout is imminent. I think we're going to head all the way to 66% mark, with Bitcoin actually just destroying everything. Let's take a look if there's any kind of gappy gap happening. Well, there might have been. I don't know. No gaps on the CME futures. Well, we're looking for some gaps so that we can actually trade this, but no gaps. Just what's it called? An open. What's it called? This a gap open. Right? That's what that's called, a gap open, right? So it just went open from here. This is the close. This is the gap open right there, up here. So that is an interesting one. I wonder if there's a saying for gap opens, right? I wonder if they retest the gap opens. Maybe. All right. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.